Sue. We farm in Somerset on the Levels. We're beef and sheep farmers, and predominantly I work with the young stock on the farm. Before we had Agri Span, we had a lot of trouble with the weather. Lambing outside was proving difficult with lamb losses. Walking around the field late at night isn't great, so this has made it a whole lot easier. Before we decided to invest in the building, the weather down here had been pretty wet almost since September, and the field was already looking very muddy. The ewes were struggling, that we're having a few feet problems, so with lambing approaching, it wasn't looking great. The only thing we had before was I had 2 field shelters I used to bring the ewes and lambs into, which needed extra help. The problem with that was the ventilation. There was issues with pneumonia, and the lambs just didn't seem to thrive in there. We decided to work with the McGregor group mainly because of the structure. We liked the layout, the ventilation, and the ease of putting the building up. We could do that ourselves, and it looked the perfect building for lambing. We wanted to get the lambing shed up quickly in time for this year, and we think we'd better use it for our calves going forward. We're very happy with our decision. I'm not sure how this winter would have worked without it. The ewes and lambs have spent longer in here than I imagined, but in doing so I've got strong, healthy lambs. I haven't had any issues with pneumonia or joint ill, and it's made it a lot easier. These lambs here obviously are quite big. Normally they would be out, but I've kept them in because I can. Look how happy they are. Working with the McGregor group was unbelievably easy actually. They were always at the end of the phone. Placing the order was easy, and it arrived I think within 3 weeks. Everything was packaged well, labelled. The installation process was straightforward. We did get our local builder who came in, and we managed to put the building out using our own machinery. We didn't need to get any extra lifters in or anything, and it was all done within a week. People like to moan around here. Quite a few people say how nice it looks, like visually, whereas obviously perhaps farm buildings aren't that great, are they? Like locals who I see, in Tesco or something, come up to me like, oh no, here we go. They're like, oh, I really like that, that tunnel you've put up. It looks really smart. I'm like, oh, thank you. The Agri Span solved the challenge we had this winter because the lambs are inside. We didn't lose any due to weather conditions, managed to keep them all healthy. It made life a lot easier for myself. Coming out at night, it's better to be inside, and it made it a much easier lambing season. Ventilation is key to this building, and the ewes are quite happy because there's a good airflow, so you get the right level of protection without cocooning them in a hot building. Or if you haven't got the ventilation, you get trouble with pneumonia and all the other nasty things which lambs can pick up. So yeah, this building is perfect for lambing. The Agri Span performed brilliantly in the storms. I must admit I was concerned. It had only been up a week and we had a nasty storm. I came out and I was dreading seeing something had happened to it, but it was absolutely fine. Nothing had moved. There wasn't any flapping. It was performed brilliantly. We would thoroughly recommend the Agri Span building. It's worked well for lambing, and I think we can use it for the rest of the year with our other farming enterprises.